Hello guys, welcome back to the Free Hammers podcast live. It's me and Paul this week, and we're going to be going through everything West Ham related and any news that we like to cover through sports. If you've got any questions throughout the show, put them in the live chat and we'll try our best to answer them. If you've not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like our content, and please share with your friends. Let's get on with it. It's the Free Hammers and it's live.
Oh, that banner's just stayed up again, hasn't it, mate? Let me get rid of that banner so we can actually start the show. There we go.
I just noticed that on the intro, it still says West Ham Wednesday podcast. I need to change that.
I think we just need to put it as podcast. Well, mate, weekend one. It's a good day to do one, actually, because we can review a game and we can preview a game. Mate, we're fifth in the bloody league. We're fifth in the league on merit. Listen, we keep using that word. I keep seeing it used among all the West Ham community. Next one's a test. Next one's a test. I'm going to stop using that now. But I think that game, off the back of the Manchester United game, proved we're a good team now. What about you, mate?
No, yeah, definitely, mate. I agree. I've given Moyes a lot of stick last couple of weeks, and to be fair, I have to give him full credit for yesterday. I really do. Came out with a much more attacking lineup. Obviously, switched to four at the back. Played Ben Rama in behind Haller, and yeah, fair play. He got it exactly right. It was a really, really good performance. Really good performance, and we honestly, if we'd have won that game 5-1, no one would have complained.
No, cool.
So yeah, no, absolutely full credit to Moyes. Really, really good. Worries still about the depth in the squad. Obviously, that's not his fault. Hopefully, that can be addressed in January. But yeah, no, fantastic, mate. Really, really good. Really good to see. And it just makes you think. Imagine if we'd have took our chances against Man United last week.
Oh, mate, it's so. Declan Rice. I don't know whether you see it, mate. He'd done an interview with West Ham's official YouTube channel. He said it himself, he goes, Arsenal, a game we shouldn't have lost. Man United last week, in a different scenario. We'd be right there with Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? We've got to give it credit. And I think they said to him as well, so since lockdown, there's 19 games picked up 34 points. That is good going, mate. That is good going. Like, if you kept that form going over a season, you're hitting 68 points. We're not going to hit 68 points, but that's the only way you can sort of reflect it.
Definitely, mate. And I mean, if you look,
football, 68 points.
Even the last run of games, we've got 12 points out of a possible 15. When's West Ham ever done that?
Oh, mate, and we're not conceding a lot of goals. I know. I'd say back to that Man United game, there was a bit of madness, weren't there? 15 minutes of madness where the heads went. But I tell you what, we're not a stubborn, nasty side, and I like that we use set pieces now. For years we didn't score from set piece, apart from when we had Dimitri Payet, when put in masterclasses. But let's just go through the game slightly then. So the penalty, mate, no worse a start, obviously, and it seems we can see the penalty every week at the minute. Definitely a penalty. There's nothing we could do about the penalty. What did you make about the whole VAR debacle?
I mean, I think they interviewed Cresswell after the game on Sky, and I think he kind of summed it up. They're the rules. The rules are what they are. There's nothing really the referee could have done about it. I don't agree with it. I think it's a terrible, terrible rule. That you can be a millimetre off your line, and
it literally was about that much.
That's what he was. Literally hairs, millimetres off your line, and it's a retake. I don't agree with the rule. I understand why the rule's there to stop goalkeepers rushing out, and then maybe you could say Fabianski needs to be smarter. I know you've seen, I think that De Gea's done it a couple of times this season where he stood behind the line
and jumped forward.
At the start, he started off behind the line. Maybe Fabianski needs to be a bit smarter and start doing something like that. But like I say, I think Cresswell summed it up. We don't like the rule, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The only thing that I don't like is if you want to say, is there any consistency? Because I haven't seen any of the big clubs get pulled up for that this season.
No, mate. No, I haven't either. I haven't. It just seems we get a penalty given against us every bloody week as well at the minute. It really does. So Just to build up to the penalty, mate. Haller at fault for you, or did the defence switch off? Or?
The whole team, mate. The whole team. It was poor. Like Haller obviously gave the ball away, so it started from him, and I think that kind of set the tone for Haller for the rest of the game. He did get better in the second half, but even then, 100% Haller's partly to blame. He started the problem, but the whole team just switched off. Like the ball just went straight through the middle of the pitch. When Haller lost the ball, our entire midfield and our entire defence was still there. And they just opened up.
Just went through the middle.
Yeah, they just opened up, ball went straight through the middle, and Bamford run through. So, I think the whole team kind of switched off. Just a poor chance to give away, I suppose. Yeah, from everybody.
After that, obviously, we had a few sort of half chances. I say half chances, they're quite good chances. Actually, Haller had one, didn't he? Wasn't great, was he, in the first half? I don't think he was back to the last 5 minutes, to be honest with you.
He was terrible. I think he got much better in the second half. I do. And to be honest, overall, I don't think he had a terrible game. I know he's been getting dug out a lot.
He couldn't hold the ball. He couldn't hold
the ball up. But neither could anybody. Everyone
didn't have a great game.
For now, everybody was giving the ball away constantly. We were giving the ball away every time. It weren't just Haller. So I don't think it's fair to single him out for that. But there's no doubt about it. He had a very, very poor first half. I wouldn't have been surprised to have seen him taken off at half time. But I do think, the chances he had, he could have had 4 goals on his own. A little bit of luck, maybe a little bit sharper. If he hadn't made that mistake at the start of the game that led to the penalty, maybe two of those go in, and it's a different story. So I don't want to be too harsh on him. He didn't have a good game in the first half particularly, but I don't want to be too harsh on him.
No. 25th minute, Tom again, Super Tom. Ball whipped in by Bowen from the corner. Lovely, powerful header. The goalkeeper made a slight mistake, but who cares? Tom, 3 goals for check now, 3 and 12.
Mm.
Yeah, I fancy him to it. The sort of 7-8 goals. Deserved.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. Obviously, when we signed him, he had a reputation as a goal scorer, and he's shown it. And like you say, they were focusing on it before the game. They were talking about the difference in height between the teams. Soucek's 6'4". We had a couple at 6'3", 6'2", and their tallest player was only 6'1". So when you match up like that, you're gonna have the advantage. Especially when you've got players who can whip in a dead ball like Bowen and Cresswell. There's a big advantage.
The thing is, they're tall. They're tall. All of our lot. They're also really good at headering as well. You can be tall and not be good at headering.
Yeah,
our blokes are really good at headering as well. After half time, no changes for us. They made a couple of changes. It looked like it was going to be one of them games in the end, didn't it? We had so many chances. Fornals dragged one wide. Had Haller with a bicycle kick, which would have been another one of them like goal of the season ones. You had Ogbonna setting up Balbuena.
What a moment that was. Yeah, imagine if that had gone in.
That was a brilliant moment. You had the one where Balbuena's header, miraculous save from their goalkeeper. Just thought, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You had Ben Rama, had a few close ones. He took it close, did a few long range. Then he was a bit greedy with a free kick. And then finally, Cresswell ripped one in, and hammer of the year contender, hammer of the year. Maybe should have been last year. Oggy was there, mate. What a header as well. What really good header from Oggy.
Yeah, got up, took it really well. So pleased for him. Like you say, mate. For me, he was my hammer of the year last year, without a doubt. He was my hammer of the year last year. He's probably going to be in the conversation this year. Whether he'll get it or not, I don't know, because people don't really like voting for defenders. But yeah, really pleased for him. And like you say, mate, goal he deserves. Nearly messed it up with was it Rodrigo chance?
Yes, right at the end they had one, didn't they? Yeah.
And to be fair, he should have scored. I think if that falls to anyone on our team, apart from maybe Fornals, that was a goal. Yeah,
that was a brilliant chance. That was
well deserved. And like I say, mate, if we'd have won that game by 4 or 5, no one could have complained. No one could have
I thought it was a fantastic performance. Again, we've not spoke live on this. We've spoke obviously through chat and stuff, but Up from maybe the 60 minutes against Manchester United, which I thought was excellent. That goes right up there as well, mate. I thought the second half we were really showed what we're about a bit.
Yeah, and it was nice. It was nice to see us actually try and play through the middle a few times as well. I think Ben Rama added that. Rather than trying to force every attack down the wing for a cross, it was nice to see Ben Rama running at people, taking people on, cutting inside. Even
that was what I was going to ask you, mate. Just before you carry on, I was going to ask you, mate. What about Ben Rama? What did you make of him? I thought you bloody excellent at points, mate. There were times, he was putting some of their midfielders, on their backsides. I like that he was going for a shot. A couple of them are going to go in a season. You can tell he's got that ability that they're going to go in. But what did you?
Yeah, no, definitely. Really, really impressed, mate. Really impressed. Lee said it. The third hammer who's never here anymore. Yeah. He said it yesterday in our chat that he reminded him of when Lanzini first started, because Lanzini did a lot of that. Running little trick, edge of the box, taking a long shot. Really impressed with him. And like I say, he gives us something different. Gives us that drive. The last couple of weeks, I had noticed that Masuaku hadn't really been taking his man on anymore. Maybe now we know why, because obviously he's having surgery. But yeah, we needed that. We needed that something different. We needed someone to do a trick to take someone on. I was going to say, even really impressed me, Declan Rice. I don't know if you remember, mate, the run he got forward, did a couple of step overs.
Phillips took him, didn't he? Yeah, Phillips got him last ditch.
A couple of step overs at the edge of the box. I was thinking,
I was like, God, yeah. No, that was, yeah. Who was your man of the match then? Last thing on that game before we comments.
It's difficult. I'd be tempted to give it to Balbuena. I think he had a really, really good game. If you weren't going to give it to, Rice was a contender. I suppose Ben Rama is probably in with a big shout as well. Pretty much everything. Loads came through him. Bowen had a good game. I'm gonna give it to Ben Rama just for the impact I think he had on the team. What about you?
Mate. I'm biased with Ben Rama though because I wanted him, so I'm not going to say him. I don't know. I thought Cresswell played really well.
He did, yeah.
Back to left back. We've got to take into account he's been playing left wing back for a long time. Step back into left back. Loads of question marks. Can he do it? Can he do it? He played really well. I thought he played really well there, and he got another assist. Andy Miles says, we out Leeds. Leeds, we beat them at their own game. We won every battle after the pen. David Moyes and his staff, and of course the players loved it. Yeah, they did. That high press was not good. They're not a fit team, aren't they, Leeds? Phil Fowler got in so many positions, but just couldn't finish. And he did. Sorry, when he almost did, the keeper off some great saves. Is Palace realistically the game Haller can prove himself as Antonio is back for Chelsea? Antonio goes back. Can you imagine if Antonio played last night? He would have run rings around him, wouldn't he? Last night, I think he would have really gone for it last night. No?
Yeah, I think the thing is, Antonio suits our style much better, and 100% he would have tore their defense to pieces last night. Antonio would have tore their defense to pieces. But let's not pretend Antonio's some.
Oh no, he's amazing finisher.
Yeah, he's not Raul or something like that. Do you know what I mean? He's like a lot of them chances that LA missed, Antonio wouldn't have scored either. So let's not pretend that Antonio would have come in and scored 6 goals. But no, you have to say Antonio comes back in when he's fit. As long as he's fully fit, I still want to see Antonio and LA play together. I still want to see them play together.
Leeds can see 17% of their goals from set pieces, which is very high. Harris says, hi. Hi, guys. Just finished work in the Gold Fields in Western Australia. Lovely. Tuning into the show. Got up to 4 a.m. to watch the game before work. Love your show. Wow.
Cheers, Mark.
Commitment. The tempo slowed down a bit in the second half, which suited us. It certainly did. Bowen doesn't get the credit he deserves. That man never stops running and offers the outball, and having Ben Rama do the same outballs. Yeah, there's actually someone who could get on the ball now. And
yeah, I'll tell you what though, you say about he don't get the credit he deserves. I don't know. I think particularly now, the pundits have started talking about him quite a lot. It is.
Mate, actually, I'll let you finish, and then I'll have my 50.
I was just going to say a few of my mates who over here we're all Liverpool and Man United fans. A few of them have been saying, he looks really, really good. I think he's starting to get that recognition now. Bowen.
But the only reason he started getting a little bit of criticism recently was being a bit wasteful. And that's only from us as West Ham fans, because we want him to score. We want him to score a few more, or we want him to lay off a bit more. So that will come. He's a young guy, he's a very good player. Reminds me of a lot of Bellamy. I do like him a lot. Big fan. And actually over Twitter last night, mate, just before I moved back into comments, Arsenal fans were going crazy, going, "I can't have we have signed Bowen and Ben Rama. We go and sign Willian and over the hill, blah, 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 blah." There you go. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Irish Tommy. The video you did with Gonzo the other day, you talked a lot of sense. Yes, Irish Tommy's been on the show before. Actually, he's come on this show as well. I was supposed to have him on last week. Balbuena, man of the match for me. Thought he was superb. Good afternoon. Afternoon, Steve. Ogbonna all day long for Martin. Ogbonna, a lot of these
Actually, do you know what? I have to say, obviously, Ogbonna scored the goal. And like I say, he's been our player of the season so far. I don't think he had. I think Bamford bullied him a bit last night. I really do. I think I don't think he had his best game. I think of the two, I think Balbuena was better last night.
Yeah. That's only because of the high standard that Bonner sets himself as well. He's really, really good. Mate. So 5th in the league, fantastic. Really, really good. It's a shame that David Moyes didn't win Manager of the Month. It was only Jose that beat him, weren't it? And obviously, Fernandes was always going to win Player of the Month. Nice to see Ogbonna voted in there again. Said last week, I'd love Soucek at Liverpool. And now I'd make him our number one target. He's so good.
You can't have him.
You can't have him, yeah. But how much is he worth, though, now, mate? We bought him for what, 20 million, wasn't it? 18 million? He's got to be at least 30 million now.
I think he's
not good on the ball. I said that to you last week.
He's a very good sort of. He's a workhorse player, and he pops up with goals. I don't know. I don't think he's the sort of player that your Liverpools, your Cities, your top clubs would really be going for. And I hope I'm right because I don't want to lose him.
Yeah, I don't want to lose him. Especially him and Rice together, they complement each other so well. Bamford is a clumsy Peter Crouch.
That's harsh. I think that's harsh. Bamford's a very good striker.
Yeah, he is. He just did have a good night last night. I didn't realise how tall he was, actually. He's a big lad. Big lad. Like I say, couldn't pick himself, but 5th in the league, which is fantastic. Move on to Palace on Wednesday. I completely forgot we're playing on Wednesday. I'm just looking here, mate. I'm going to flash the table up just for anyone who doesn't know where they are and just so we can talk about it. Bear with me. It's that one. Share that screen. So, look at that. We're 5th. Keep saying it. I just want to keep saying it. They are currently 12th. As you can see there, they've lost one. What do you make about Palace, mate? I'll just remind you of some of their players, just in case you forgot. Obviously, Zaha's the main man, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't think they've been
won the last game 5-1, but it was West Brom.
Yeah. And just looking at it, did look like they had a player sent off. Like you say, mate, Zaha is the big threat. But Palace don't particularly scare me, to be honest. I think,
and then you've got Eze as well. Again, purely on the link that he was linked to us. They're capable. I say Zaha's capable of winning the game by himself. I think keep him quiet, you've got a good chance of winning the game, and we should be looking to win that game. Really, we really should. Do you think you would change about lineup now, or are you happy with the 4 at the back again to go on Wednesday?
I'm happy with the 4 at the back. I think Cresswell showed last night that he can play in that back 4 as a left back. Let's not forget Leeds are a pacey team, and we dealt with it. With
press.
We dealt with it well with the 4 at the back. So I don't think I'd change it. If I wanted to go a little bit more attacking, I'd be tempted.
Lanzini.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to maybe bring Lanzini in for Fornals, and then maybe I wouldn't mind seeing that because I think Benrahma and Lanzini could switch quite well during the game.
You think Fornals played there though because Moyes trusts him to do the defensive side?
I think that's exactly why he played him. Yeah. I think that's exactly why he played him. But like I say, if you wanted to go a little bit more attacking, I would like to see Lanzini come in for him. And I think Fornals could do with a rest. You know, he's played a lot of football. The last couple of weeks, I think he started looking a little bit tired. He had that chance last night where he just put it wide.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have done maybe a little bit better. I don't know. I wouldn't mind giving him a rest. But like I say, yeah, that's possibly the only change that I would make.
Looking here, the last time we played them, both times last season we lost 2-1. Last time at the London Stadium was a loss 2-1. So they did the double us versus last season. So that doesn't bode very well. I think we're a better team now. And guess who scored in that game? Sebastian Haller, of all people. And do you not remember? It was Jordan Ayew with the goals of the season where he took a mick and twisted all our defence up, which is quite embarrassing. Like I say, a game we should be winning. I think we will. There's always that little bit of West Ham in us, isn't there? That's the thing. That West Ham fan in us just doesn't let us go that little bit further. What about you, mate? Or have you sort of your optimism side starting to get even more belief now?
Not yet. I don't. When a lot of comparisons are being made this season to the last season at the Bowling, just because it's an equivalent sort of points where we are and all the rest of it. That season, I genuinely felt like we would beat anybody. That season, I thought we can beat anyone. I haven't quite got there yet this season. Not quite there this season. I would say I'm not scared of getting beat. I wouldn't say I'm confident we'll beat everyone. So a slightly different mindset. So I think we could score a lot of games, but I wouldn't say, oh yeah, we're going to win a lot of games. I don't know. It's so bad because we've been so good. We have been so good. We have been fantastic. I think we're one injury away from what? No. Let's go back in the chat. I think Moyes will drop Haller the first chance he gets. Yama may even get the nod as soon as he's available. I don't know. I think you're right. I think the interview after the game with Moyes, when the guy asked him about Haller, he sort of bit his tongue a little bit. I don't think he was too pleased with him. So I think you're right, but I don't know if he'll bring Yarmo in straight away. I don't know if he really trusts Yarmolenko either, to be honest. I don't know. It's definitely something we need to look at in January.
Definitely, mate. It's a good question in a minute, actually, on that. Souček is also a great scout. Yeah, you've got to give credit to Soufal as well. Obviously, first time he's been played in his natural position at right back. He doesn't. You wouldn't say he's not a Premier League right back, would you? He does his job.
Yeah. I think that's it. I don't think
quite nice as well.
He's not. I don't think he's anything particularly special. He's not going to be in any team of the years or anything. But he's a good, dependable right back, and that's exactly what we need. It's been a long time since we've had that. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. Perfect for us at the moment.
He says he's not a gold miner, he's a chef. There you go. That's a shame. It's a good question. Has Moyes got enough credit in the bank to properly act in the market now? Imagine what he could do. Could exceed his great years in Everton here. That's a great question, Mitch, mate. Listen, if I was the chairman of West Ham, I'd be kicking him to the hill now. Do you know what I mean? Like, and get who you want is 50 million, 60 million or whatever. It's not a case of has he got enough credit in the bank. It's as if David Sullivan and David Gold are going to open their bank. What about you, mate? What would you do?
I would back him myself, personally, although I'm still sitting on the fence from Moyes. People won't like it. Give him all the credit in the world for last night. And if he carries on, taking a couple more risks and playing like we did last night, he'll win me over, no problem. But he does deserve to be backed in the window. Regardless, he definitely deserves to be backed in the window. But I don't think we've got any money, mate. I don't think the money's there to back him.
I think someone will come in between King and linked with that Armstrong guy. I don't think we'll be able to get that Armstrong. I think he'll be just out of our price range a bit. But it's a shame because sitting on 20 points. I said if we were on 25 points after Christmas going into January, we could really go for it, really go for it in the league and also go for it in the cup as well without the fear of relegation. So then if you do stagnate a little bit, it's not too bad because you would have given the cup a go. It's just a shame.
Yeah, I mean, we've been here so many times before, though, under these owners, where you get to a point where you can really push on and they give nothing in the window. I think they only spend money if they're scared of going down.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
So to be honest, because we're doing well, they're even less likely to put their hand in their pockets. Because if we're not going to get relegated, what's the incentive for them to start spending money? Especially if in the next year or two, they're going to sell the club anyway. Yeah. Why would they put money into it if they don't need to?
Yes. Right. Big show. Oh, yeah. Bamford was peeling onto Cresswell anytime the ball went out wide and trying to exploit his height advantage on crosses. Yeah.
You could actually see after one of those when Bamford beat Cresswell at the back post, you could see Cresswell turn round to Ogbonna and Balbuena and be like, what are you doing? You can't leave him on me. Yeah. So if he is going to play that role, he needs support. He needs the other defenders and the likes of Souček and Rice to be aware of who's pulling off on him on the far post because he's going to get exploited there.
Yeah, I think the players. Again, I don't know how much is this down to coaching or whatever, or just confidence in general. Seems like their in-game management, their self is a bit better. They seem to be able to manage their self a bit better. They seem to be able to change it themselves. I don't know. Hello, Luke and Paul. Hello, mate. Is that your real last name? It's a great last name. Don't fancy Josh King. Any other strikers on the horizon? X apparently did said that Armstrong guy from Blackburn. These strikers are the most expensive thing, mate. They're the ones that score you the goals. They're the ones that win you the games. So I wouldn't expect anything massive unless they go in the summer again. But I would not expect anything massive, mate, in January. No. I really wouldn't. We shouldn't be getting defensive at home to Palace. We can take them on and beat them just like we did Leeds. So on that question, mate, just quickly before I go back in, you said about Moyes, you're still on the fence. What at the end of the season will make you go on Moyes? Because I'm not say you're Moyes out or Moyes in because that's very.
Yeah, no, it's like I say, mate. It's not results. It's not points. Like I say, you can't deny the results. You can't deny the results. He's done brilliantly to get us where we are in the table. He's done brilliantly to get us the results. He's done brilliantly to get us the points. My problem with him up until now is I don't like the way we play. I understand he's been restricted playing 5 at the back to try and cover for deficiencies of Cresswell, Masuaku and all the rest of it. I understand that. I don't like the way we play in that formation. I don't like that every attack is down the wing for a cross with 2 one-dimensional. It's too predictable. I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, I want to see us try and break the lines. I want to try and see us play through the middle. I want to try and see us getting behind the defence. And we saw that last night. We saw that yesterday. If we can carry on playing like that, obviously you can't do it in every game. I understand there's games you're going to need to be a bit more defensive, but that's all I want to see, mate. That's what he needs to win me over. I just want to see a bit more adventure. I want him to be a bit more attacking, a bit more adventurous. Exactly like he did last night. Like I say, if he shows that he's willing to take risks, to be a bit more attacking like he did last night, he'll win me over, no problem. But up until yesterday, I just didn't like the way we played. I just didn't really like it. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and like I say, all credit in the world for him getting us the results, getting us the points. All credit for that. But yeah, that's where I'm at the minute.
Yeah. No, the thing is with me, I sort of half agree with you with the style of play to a certain extent, but I also like that we're not an easy pushover anymore. I actually like that, and then we seem to, we do those nasty little fouls. We do slow the game down, and I think that's all part of, a bit of mentality of actually, you're a good club, other than got to panic. We have to panic all the time. We're quite calm, and I quite like that. Pete says Benrahma and Lanzini would get mouth watering. Mood's changed. We are better work ethic, and we're seeing some fight. I love it. I love that we've got.
Yeah, and that's one thing I will give Moyes massive credit for. Massive credit for. The team do seem to be a good team now. They're a good unit. As you say, the mood has changed. The players look a lot more together than they did last season. So again, I'll give Moyes massive credit for that. Massive credit for that.
Yeah, no, mate, 100%. Lawrence says, happy birthday yesterday to Declan's mum for giving us a great player. Watch Cresswell's face, the last run of games, he's smiling all the time. Palace have dribblers and runners, and we can't rely on set plays Wednesday. Palace defensively, but yeah, no, they are. I will give them that. They're quite good at the old defending. Ben Rahman Lazini will be mouthful and attack. Yes. Our current setup is made for Ivan Toney. I would go all out to get him off Brentford in January. Well, there we go. Irish Tommy, there we go. He agrees with Paul. For now, looks a bit tired, and it's affecting his performance. Definitely would have played him midweek. Yeah, there's an opportunity to give a couple of players a rest potentially, because we are probably above our points target that we set ourselves. Maybe, I don't know. Depends whether he believes now. Does he believe that we can get there? Can we get in that top 5, top 6? I think we're going to finish between 8th and 10th. To be honest with you, what about you?
I don't know, mate. We'll see. We'll see.
Josh King is nailed on in January for me. Let's have dribblers in it. Yep, we've done that one. All are more about the money than ambition. Certainly true, Lawrence. Mitchell says, great point. No incentive for them to challenge for Europe. I think they had no interest in competing with these oligarchs,
yeah.
Oligarchs and countries. Yeah.
No, 100%. And, you see how much Sullivan started whinging when we had to fly our players up to Liverpool for a cup game. What's he going to be like if we have to fly him out to Azerbaijan or something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would love that. Even if we don't get Champions League, which we're not going to get. I'd just love to qualify for the group stage of the Europa League.
Oh, yeah, it'd be amazing, mate. It'd be amazing. Yeah, the last couple of times, obviously, we've got into Europe and we've obviously gone out before the group stage. It's so gutting. That's what you want. You just want get to the group stage.
Like 6 games, guaranteed 6 games in Europe.
Yeah, exactly. That's the dream.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just to be able to play 6 games. Rama is going to get a lot of punters in to watch his silky skills. Great sign. Yeah, that's the player I wanted the most. Again, there was all the arguments about how does he fit in. I don't care how he fits in. He's a good player. I saw Beku is fit. He should be on the bench at Palace. Would be a big risk to let Moyes' contract run down before offering him a new one. He needs to be rewarded one before for the job he's doing. Yeah, would you be offering him one now, mate, or not?
Me personally, like I say, no, because I'm still on the fence. As a club, yeah. If you were looking at this purely from a club perspective, what he's done for the team, where we are in the table, of course he deserves a new contract. Of course he does. Me personally, no, I wouldn't give him it yet. He's still got to prove himself to me personally. But as a club, yeah, of course he deserves a new contract. Of course he does.
Clarkey says we play well as an attacking team. We should do it more often. I think that's what Paul keeps sort of preaching. We have played pretty football for years and lost. I'd rather play effective in football. Yep, there's definitely that as well. I'm enjoying that, Ken. I'm enjoying the fact that we can actually win a game. We look stubborn. It's not as boring as Allardyce. I don't think you could say that.
No, definitely.
Allardyce was awful. It was awful football.
No. It's not as bad as Sam. I don't know, mate. I'm kind of the opposite. I am one of these supporters. If we lost every game 6-5, obviously we'd get relegated, but it'd be entertaining. I like that craziness.
I think Moyes is not far off of his 11. I think if we had someone, maybe 2, with Lister in pace for the counter attack, I think we would be a really, really good side. I think you said it last night in the chat. Actually, we didn't have a counter attack at one point. We was giving the ball away a lot. If you've got that couple of outlets that have got the ball with blistering pace, it's there. You always offering that threat because opposition defenders are so scared.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like exactly right, mate. Like, there were a few times where we couldn't really counter because we didn't have the pace in the side. You could say our Bowen's quick, but he can't. It's no good just one player running up the pitch on their own. You know, you need three.
Bowen's not blistering either.
He's not. No, he's probably
blistering.
one of our quickest players, but he's not like rapid. He's not someone you'd think, oh, he's going to fly past. Really, the only player in our team that can really do that is Antonio.
He's more power. He's more of a power runner.
It's his power. But you would, if he gets into a race with a defender, you'd back him to win it.
Oh yeah.
Because of that power. Whereas Bowen maybe not. You know, even Ben Rama doesn't seem that quick.
He's not rapid.
So no, 100%. Yeah, we could do with a couple of really, really, you know, quick players.
Electric. Like it, and it doesn't even have to be worldies. Do you know what I mean? Because worldy electric players are like 70, 80 million pound players. But I'm talking, you know, like when we had like Zavon Irons and Stanislas, them sort of players, they get on a ball with just rapid pace, like just that little frightening to make the defenders think about something. That's probably something he will try and identify. Maybe Nathan Holland's that guy. Who knows? Didn't like the way we played under Allardyce because we were crap.
Well, we were third at one point, weren't
we? Yeah, top four, wasn't it? Let's say we played now under Moyes. I'm just happy we're currently fifth. We're hard to beat and we'll match most teams. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Michael, mate. Afternoon, Neil, regular now. Great to see you, mate. Would you guys take Arnie back if you wanted to come? Imagine the goals he'd score. Listen, Arnie was one of my favourite players, but I wouldn't take him back. I wouldn't. I would have took Dimitri Payet back. So I'm sort of, you know, I'm contradicting myself. There's no denying Arnie in this team would be phenomenal. But Arnie was so good. Whatever you think of his attitude or whatever, he was phenomenal footballer. Arrogance, everything. No, how old is he now? I don't even know how old he is now.
He's what? He's not old, is he? He's only about 29, I think. Let's have a look.
Yeah, have a quick look, and then you can give your opinion, mate.
Marko Arnautovic is he's a bit older. I thought he's 31. So,
well, if you're looking at Giroud at 34, then yeah, why not?
Different players though, like, but yeah, no, an Arnautovic type. Let's say that an Arnautovic type would be exactly what we need. Exactly what we need in this team. Exactly. Would I take him back?
Arnie's one of the closest, apart from Dimi. Arnie's one of the closest to Paolo as well. You know, in terms of arrogance, just the way he used to dribble, stand a man up. What about you, mate? Go on.
Yeah. I'd maybe take him back. I'd maybe give him a year. I'll give him a year, see how he gets on. I don't think it's ever going to happen, but yeah.
No, you don't know, mate. You don't know. It was a good player, though. It was a fantastic player. Fantastic player. Proper, like, talisman, wasn't he? Josh King can't get in the Bournemouth team at the moment. Why do we want? Well, it's because he's not mentally in the head.
Yeah,
like,
he's not in the team because he
doesn't want to play.
Yeah, exactly. He's not in the team because he wants out. He wants to leave. I've been saying this since last summer. Josh, I think I even said it before we were linked to him. You know, I would love Josh King at West Ham. I think he'd be a really good replacement for Antonio when Antonio's out. I think he would do really well at West Ham.
Yeah, I don't like I say he's not. You know, he's not setting the world alight. He's not going to come in. He's not going to score 25 goals or whatever. But he's who David Moyes wants. That's who you've got to go and get. It's who the manager wants. That we can sit here and give our opinions, and I'm sure we'll sit. You know, I'm sure at half time or over the last few games we've gone, why aren't he bringing Lanzini on? Why aren't he doing this? What do we know? You know, he's gone and got 4 wins out of 5. Do you know what I mean? He could have done our tactics and it would have gone wrong. Yeah. So if he sees something in Josh King, you've got to go and get him. If we had gone for Watkins, listen, if Ollie Watkins would have come to West Ham, we would have been a serious team. But we kept him quiet, didn't we? In the Villa game, you know, I know he got that goal disallowed, but we kept him quiet. Give Rice Bobby's number, 120 grand a week free trip. Everything's right there, apart from Bobby's number. I did a video about that a few weeks ago. Go and watch it. What about you, mate, with that? Shaking your head as soon as I started reading it.
No. You can't. No way. As good as Declan Rice is, and as much as we all love him, Rice is not a Bobby Moore. He's not. If he spends his entire career at West Ham, you know, and he achieves them heights, then there's a conversation. But no, the number 6 is retired for a reason. Why should Declan Rice get that number 6 shirt? Why?
And you're talking about not just West Ham legend. You're talking about
An England legend, a football legend,
icon of the game. You know, a man who's got the only man who's got a statue outside Wembley Stadium, the only Englishman to lift the World Cup. Listen, Declan's a fantastic player. You know what my other fear is, and this is nothing against Declan the man. I don't think Declan will be there in a year and a half's time either. Unless we are a Champions League team and some miracle, you know, we consistently get in Europa League football. What are you going to do? Give him the number 6 shirt, then he goes to Chelsea next summer? And that sort of discredits the 6, doesn't it? I totally agree with whatever money you want to give him. Give him 200 grand a week. You know, he's that good. I don't know if you see Ray Winston's interview on TalkSport. Did you see that, mate?
No.
Give the boy whatever he wants. Give him 250 grand a week and all that. Do you know what I mean? Like, he said, that boy's fantastic. You know what I mean? But Raymond's really enjoyed this season. But money, whatever he wants.
I agree, mate. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Pay him 120 grand a week. Make him captain. He doesn't deserve the number 6 shirt.
No one does. No one does. It's like no one deserves Michael Jordan's number 23 shirt. Do you know what I mean? There's certain shirts that are just, you know, holy. I think that's the only word you could say. It's still a worry. We miss so many chances. We have to be more clinical. It will be costing us points. Yeah, that is where, you know, I'm not saying Josh King's the most clinical striker in the world, but that's where hopefully another natural striker finish some of them off. What about you, mate?
Yeah, obviously, you know, they were talking about it before the game. We are one of the worst in the league when it comes to converting clear-cut chances. I think we were 15th, and it was something like 30%. So chances where a player is expected to hit the net, we've only scored 30-odd% of them, which is terrible. It's probably dropped after last night. So yeah, like I say, you know, we should have had 5 last night at least. We could have had 4 in the first half against Man United. Massively, mate, massively. That's it. Fornals, love Fornals, needs to work on his finishing big time. Like, imagine if Fornals could finish.
Oh, mate,
imagine if he could finish.
Yeah, that is all it is as well. It's just that little bit of composure in it, because enough gets into positions every week. He gets like a real, like the header.
Yeah,
Man United, the header, wasn't it?
It genuinely is. Nearly every week, Fornals gets himself a really good chance.
Like there's one blasted over the bar in the early doors in the season. Obviously, last night he dragged one wide, didn't he? But if he got the goals, mate, I tell you what, we'd have half a player with our hands there. Would love Adam Armstrong. Yeah, I think he'd be a good sign. I like Bradley Dack as well, but I don't think we need any midfielders at the minute. To be honest, last night they should have brought Lanzini on for Rama. I would like to have seen Lanzini as well. We should play in that all back strip more. He looked intimidated. Yeah, that's lovely kit.
It's a nice kit. Yeah, it's a nice kit.
Mark says Arnie's too old. Kenny was 31, mate. I wouldn't have Arnie. He's too greedy and for money. Afternoon, boys. We have to alter the formation to now start Benny. Yeah. You know what, though? It's nice that we've got potentially 2 formations that can work now. You know, and it keeps opposition guessing. Oh, are they going to play the 5 at the back? Are they going to play the 4 at the back? I know that apparently the rumours are when Masuaku, that Instagram picture up, he deleted it straight away because Moyes was upset. He wanted Leeds to not know that. You know, I'm guessing a bit. Yeah, it's nice to have that. Paolo is a genuine legend. Met him once, and he loves West Ham. We'd be lucky to see anyone with as much passion before that. Listen, you don't have to tell Paolo Di Canio to me, he's my God. Do you know what I mean? And the man even put his middle finger up to me when I was 14 years old. When I went to him, Paolo, can I have your autograph, please? He went, yeah, scusi, un momento. And then he goes and gets in his Jag. As he drove off, he gave me the middle finger, and he still got to me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no one will ever top Paolo for me. No, nobody. I don't actually think Dex would take the number 6 shirt either, because he's too respectful. I agree, mate. It would take a big man, Matthew Upson, to step into that number 6 shirt. I'd give Rice 150 grand a week. Captain, every player of the last year as the 6 was used. Sorry, that has used it weighed heavy on him. Yeah, keep the shirt retired. It's a beautiful shirt. Keep it retired. 15th before last night's game in converting clear chances, will likely drop further after this round of games. The lowest we can get after this weekend, mate, is 7th as well. So again, be really good, isn't it? We won't go much longer. We played a lot more attacking style of football with that format last night. Get a couple more runs and things will start to fall into place. Hope so, mate. Hope so. As much as I love Fornells and his work ethic, he is a massive problem when it comes to counter. Anything to sound that, mate?
I don't think he's necessarily a massive problem. He can't. He struggles to finish chances, but he's normally quite good at picking out the pass. I can only think of one against Man United at the weekend where he had an opportunity maybe to play it early. I can't remember who was running in on the right. I think it was Haller, and he sort of delayed it and hit the defender. But he normally seems to be quite good at picking the pass, and he keeps up with the counter quite well. I think, like I say, going back to the Man United game, I think he's starting to look tired. You know, we were talking about it a bit earlier. I think he could do with a rest. He's played a lot of football, and he's been asked to cover a lot of ground. You know, you think the job that Fornells has been asked to do this season, covering back, covering that left side, he's done a lot of work this season, and I think he just needs a rest. I think I would give him a rest at the weekend.
If you think, mate, you probably watched those under-23 Spain games. You know, for Spain, them games, he was literally told, "Look, when you stay there, you ain't got to run back or do nothing, and then you know, just do your pretty stuff." Maybe doing that defensive work just makes him that little bit more tired, and again, you get mentally tired, and your decision making sometimes falters a little bit, but. There is a good player in there. That's not slating. Look, he's a good player. He would get into quite a lot of Premier League teams. Okay. Not sure if you're to answering random questions. Yeah, any question you want now, guys. Last sort of 5-10 minutes. Any questions you want. Not sure if you're answering any random questions, but do you boys think Joshua very easily beats Pulev tonight? So Pulev's no mug. He only lost to Klitschko. It was a knockout. That's the only man he's ever lost to, and that's prime Klitschko. I think Joshua will just have enough for him. Who knows if he gets clumped around the back of the ear or clumped on the chin? You think of that, man? Heavyweight boxing. For me,
Joshua wins. I would like to see him knock him out. I don't know if he'll go for it though.
I don't think he will. I think we see a new Joshua now, mate. Yeah, I think
after the rematch with Ruiz. You know, he came out as a different fighter. More patient, you know, wanting to go the distance, picking up points. Obviously, it's smart, it's sensible from Joshua to come out and fight like that because he's a good boxer. But when you're watching boxing, that's what you want to see, the knockouts, don't you? You want to see him.
Yeah. You can appreciate the art of boxing. You know, you want to see some explosiveness, don't you? Really?
Yeah, and I hope, and I did actually see an article yesterday that said that Joshua needs to make a statement. You know, if he wants to, you know, for the upcoming Tyson Fury fight, you know, he needs to make a statement. He needs to not pull Ev out. I hope he goes for it. I don't know if he will. I think he's going to just sit on his jab. I think he's going to try and outbox him and take it on points.
Yeah. Good.
Does he really want to take? Does he really want to take the risk, knowing that Tyson Fury fight's there?
Huge payday. Huge payday. Some massive fights coming up as well. Callum Smith, Canelo next week. I can't wait for that fight. You know, whoever wins that fight will fight my favourite fighter, Billy Joe Saunders, who was a bit rusty last week. But there's some tough fight. Just one quickly though. What did you make of the Tyson fight, mate?
I enjoyed it, mate.
I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. You could tell, obviously, it was an exhibition fight. You know, they called it a draw. You could see, especially towards the end of the fight, the last couple of rounds, there were a couple of opportunities Tyson could have took his head off. There were a couple of opportunities where he sort of, you could see him stop. He he stepped in, and then rather than go for the head, he sort of went for the body. He did that a couple of times. I think if he really wanted to, Tyson could have knocked him out easily. And after, it made me laugh. Like after the fight, I don't know if you saw the interview after the fight. Yeah. Jones basically, he just wanted to go home. He was like, come on. Yeah, I know. Tyson, do you know, like Tyson is such an intimidating man. Again, if you go back and watch that interview after the fight whenever the guy was talking to Jones, Tyson walked around the interviewer to stand and look at him. It was, I nearly swore there, sorry. He's a scary man. He's a scary man. It's that intensity is, wow. It was great to see him back in the ring. Great to see him back in the ring.
It's fun. Good fun. One more on boxing. One more. Floyd Mayweather. That's it.
Listen, I don't. It's a weird one, right? There's a couple of things on that. First of all, I don't blame Mayweather for taking it. He's going to make an absolute fortune. He'll probably make 50 million easy.
You've got to give credit for the YouTube guy as well. He's made it. He made it, mate. He made it.
You know, it's obviously an easy night for Mayweather. There's absolutely no risk at all. I don't care what anybody says. They'll try and hype this fight up. No, it's nonsense. There is literally zero risk whatsoever to Floyd Mayweather.
Best fight ever. One of the best fights ever.
He could literally go that entire fight without getting touched. There is no risk whatsoever for Mayweather. So I don't blame him for taking it. But the thing that gets me, I don't know if you've seen the pricing of it. I don't know who this fight's for. Because when Mayweather fought Conor McGregor, it was still the same thing. Obviously, it was an easy fight for Mayweather. But I think fight fans were still interested in that. You know, it was one of the top guys in the MMA, in the UFC against, you know, one of the best boxers of all time, as much as I can't stand Floyd Mayweather. There was interest there from fight fans. Who is this fight for? It's for kids. This fight is for kids.
Money, it's a money spinner, isn't it? It's a massive money spinner.
But if you look at the prices, they're talking about charging 80 quid for this fight. Kids ain't going to pay £80 for this. So I don't know who they're aiming this. Like I say, fight fans are going to have no interest in this. I'll watch it on an illegal stream, but it's aimed at kids. It's for kids, but kids ain't going to pay 80 quid to watch that. So I don't know. So it's a weird one.
Very, very weird one, mate. Gonna throw this question out to Luke and Paul. How would you feel about replacing Fornals with Lanzini and playing Ben Rama up top in place of Haller against Palace? I get what you're saying with Haller. You know, I'm not his biggest fan, you know, but he is a striker. He is a striker at the end of the day. And I think it goes back to that square pegs in round holes. And I think when we're playing well, I think you've just got to, as bad as he has been playing, you've got to keep with him until Antonio's fit. What about you, mate?
Yeah, exactly that, mate. Like, I get where you're coming from with it, but I think we still, you know, I think we'd still be better. I would, like I say, I would have Lanzini in for Fornals, and I would play the same formation as last night, and then have, you know, Ben Rama and Lanzini. They can rotate, you know, between them. They can switch positions during the game. But I think you still need that striker up front to be a target man. You know, as bad as Haller was in the first half last night, he won a lot of headers. You know,
he occupied their defense.
Exactly. The ball was going up to him constantly. I think you still need that. I think if you just add Lanzini, Ben Rama, and Bowen, it's too lightweight. I think too lightweight.
Right, let's get through these questions so we can wrap it up. The amount of box chances we get in the box, we need someone like Defoe. Striker, there's not many out there. And how much would a Defoe cost now? Do you know what I mean? Defoe would be ridiculous. He's still banging goals, the Upland Rangers as well. There's some tasty players in the Championship with this season. Hi, Mark. Okay, let's talk about Australia. Well, delivery needs a mention. Very intelligent cross from the dead ball. Looks for the runner. Yeah, he's a fantastic cross of the ball. I've been watching you guys for a while. Luke, you need a nice chair like Paul. I know. I'm sitting in my living room. That's what I need an haircut as well. It's really getting bad, Mark Noble style. But yeah, I do. I need a nice little chair, and I need one of these like special mic things. If I take the question, look, he's got one of them special like Joe Rogan mics there. Look, I need one of them.
Professional.
Yeah, he's obviously getting the patron money. I don't know. Have you folks got to a game yet? I've been snubbed twice in about now. I'm not a season ticket holder anymore, mate. When I had my daughter, I give it up. I like watching it indoors as well. I know that sounds really bad, armchair fan. I do try to get over there 3 times a year, but I don't miss it. I really don't. And obviously, Paul lives in Ireland, so he ain't getting over anytime soon. He does try to go a game when he comes over.
Yeah, whenever I'm over to England, I always try and plan it around West Ham to try and get to a game. But yeah,
it's the most important thing. Fury, I think outboxes Joshua. If they're right, Fury's such a great technique. Yeah, and I hope Fury does win. I'm a massive Fury fan. I want Fury to win. I want him to be undisputed. I do. I don't care what anyone says. I like AJ, but I want Fury to be undisputed champion.
No, that's fine, mate. I'm the opposite. I'm on the other side. I want AJ to win. I think that there's no doubt about it. If you're just going technically, Fury outboxes Joshua all night long. But I don't rate. I think if Joshua gets inside and catches him,
it'd be interesting. It would be interesting to see what would happen if he caught him. Cheers, Noah. We're enjoying the West Ham. If we can get a solid striker and maybe one decent centre back and a left wing back, I think then would be unstoppable this season. Oh, unstoppable! That'd be great. Yeah, that seems to be the universal talk here. Striker. Good to see you, Neil. Any more? Just checking for questions there. What weight are they going to fight at? And how 6 inches apart? I assume that's the Floyd Mayweather one. Yeah, very true, mate. It'd just be a little tappy fight.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
Rocky versus Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what weight they fight at, mate. Like I said it when this fight was announced, Mayweather don't even need to train for this. He doesn't even need to train. Mayweather could just turn up on the night. It's an irrelevance. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There is literally no chance whatsoever that it's Logan, isn't it? Logan Paul. It doesn't matter. It's a joke fight, mate. That's literally what it is. It's literally it's a joke fight.
It is a joke fight, mate. Irish Tommy says, "Why is my audio always patchy?" I told you I need to get a mic. I need to treat myself. It's my birthday after Christmas. Why don't you guys all get together? Buy me one. I think that's it. I don't think any more questions are going to come in, mate. So yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. I want to get back to FIFA. I haven't broke the pad yet. Look.
Oh, look at him showing off. He's got a PS5.
I know. People are making videos about that the other day, saying that it's bad that people are showing off their PS5s. But yeah, so far so good, or too far so good. Believe me, I know it's so bad, yeah, I'm really enjoying this season so far, and long may it continue. Until then, guys, come on your minds, keep believing. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If you haven't entered the competition yet, it closes on the 16th. We've done a competition with Art of Football for either a print West Ham or a T-shirt West Ham. Just enter it. All you got to do is subscribe, and then all you've got to do is retweet the tweet. So subscribe to this channel, retweet the tweet. I'll call out the winner on the 16th. Nice, easy competition. Be a good Christmas present for you. Anyway, guys, until then, on your minds, you're leaving. Let's go.
Cheers.